What's up, everyone, and welcome back to the Leftovers podcast. I'm Joe.
I'm Charlie.
And not much to talk about again this week, but the stuff we do have to talk about is very good. We've got the Champions
You're used
League.
to hearing, but
yeah, you're used to hearing
old.
it. You're probably getting a bit annoyed by it, but you know, in the next couple of weeks, next couple of
top blokes like us.
To be fair, next couple of weeks we'll have to try and find something new because, well, FALCON Winter Soldier is going to end next week. But anyway.
It kind of just depends on what we're both like and if it actually, does come to fruition.
Yeah, exactly.
But obviously, football and film is kind of like very evidently
that's
a couple of main topics we like covering.
Those are the main topics that we do like to cover, yes, indeed. But let's start with football. We had the Champions League quarterfinals, second legs over the week.
Tuesday and Wednesday.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
As a Liverpool
on
fan.
the Tuesday, we got.
Okay. Yeah. Let's do Tuesday first. Let's not get.
Yeah, I was going to say we can hold
let's
on.
Let's not get into Tuesday yet.
On Tuesday we had Chelsea Porto. Let's start with that. And Chelsea went in with a 2-0 lead and 2 away goals.
Kind of
like ended the tie in that first game.
Yeah.
But
Taremi
still had a fighting chance.
Taremi though, is that his pronounced name? Taremi. Scored in stoppage time, but brilliant goal. Brilliant goal.
I waited a bit long for that, but there you go.
Yeah, too little, too late. But if you're gonna go out with some style, and that's what they did. Technically, if they got another one, it would have gone to extra time.
Yes,
but it's like I sound like Frank Lampard, isn't it? if they didn't score the first two and this one we still scored, we would have gone through it like
exactly.
And then PSG beaten the holders Bayern Munich on away goals, but they probably deserved it. To be fair,
pretty sure I did say PSG had a good chance of beating Bayern in previous.
Probably, they.
I think originally Did you thought Bayern would win, didn't you, this season? Again.
I thought. Yeah, I think I did.
Yeah, I think I remember, and I was like saying, "No, City's going to win," and you were like, "Bayern's going to win." I think.
Well, yeah, Bayern are now out. Also,
yes.
Hansi Flick, their manager, they played today.
The German manager.
Yeah, he's probably going to become the German manager now, actually, because he said after their game today that he wants to leave Bayern Munich at the end of the season. So we'll be interested to see how that goes. But PSG deserved to go through. To be fair, they were the better team over the two legs. Surprised they didn't actually score though. Neymar in particular, he pulled off some
assists though, but
he pulled off some brilliant moments. Neymar.
Yeah, it's just annoying because like Neymar, although he gets criticised and rightfully so for like diving and acting like an idiot sometimes on the floor and very excessive. But other players do it. But he obviously is well known for doing it. But he is such a phenomenal talent.
Yeah.
And if he wasn't for injured all the time and skiving football, as you could say, and all that lot, and too busy partying, if he actually was like as consistent as players that don't get injured, if he just stayed fit for like. Even just 1 or 2 seasons without getting any like blips in the whole season, he would like have some serious numbers behind his belt, like quite regularly as well. And he would
definitely.
I kind of want him to lift the Champions League trophy without having so he can do it without Messi, but at the same time, I don't really want PSG to win.
I don't know. I don't know. I feel like I don't want PSG to win, but at the same time, I don't want Man City to win. So I'd rather PSG win than Man City. And obviously now.
What about the other side, Chelsea or Real Madrid? Out of the 4, who would you like to see win the most?
Most likely Real Madrid because they've already won it before. It's not an English team, and yeah, that's fine.
Just good to see a veteran back on the limelight,
Yeah, exactly.
I would have wanted Real Madrid to win it just because they can say like. We've won it without Ronaldo. I mean, it's not like they haven't won it before without Ronaldo, but I mean, like, they still have a very similar team to what Ronaldo, like they have with Ronaldo. The Cruzes, the Iscos, and all them lot. Yeah, the Asensios and all them. So yeah, it would be good. I do like Real. I think I might get the Real Madrid shirt like next season or something.
Depends what it is, though, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But yeah, those were the two first semi-finalists, Chelsea and PSG. Then on to the next day, where we had Dortmund against Man City and Liverpool versus Real Madrid.
Yeah.
Let's start with Dortmund, Man City. Dortmund were actually ahead, and
Bellingham.
Jude Bellingham, brilliant talent. He's going to be so good in the future.
Yeah. Took that disallowed goal to heart and showed it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. And they were actually going to go through at half time. At half time they were ahead, but then Man City, they just did what they do best and overturned the
City. Man City did, exactly.
And
didn't make the mistake they did in previous years.
Yeah. Well, this is the first time they're going into the semi-finals of the Champions League under Pep, so that says something, doesn't it? They're finally in the semi-final.
They've been to the semis before, haven't they?
They've been to the semi-final before, but this is the first time under Pep. They did it in the 15-16 season, where they faced Real Madrid, but they lost. I think it was Bale that scored the only goal during the two the games. So, But yeah, first time Man City are back in the semi-finals for a long time. Hopefully they don't win it, but hey ho. And then the other game, Liverpool Real Madrid. I'm glad I didn't watch this game. I was at work, so I'm glad I didn't watch this game because I definitely would have just been yelling at the TV.
Yeah, I didn't watch it. I watched the obviously the Dortmund City one, but I was actually going to watch Liverpool Real Madrid because I thought it'd be more entertaining than Dortmund City. But then I started watching Dortmund City, and then I was like keeping an eye on Liverpool Real Madrid. And I was just seeing like nothing. The score wasn't changing. I was like, oh, Liverpool ran out of time here. And then I kept reading it saying another chance wasted, Mr. Sitter. And I was like, oh, it's one of those nights.
Yeah, I saw the highlights and I just saw we created so many opportunities and we just didn't take
them. So when Wijnaldum just blasted it over the bar from like 5 meters.
Wijnaldum did that. Salah had a good early chance, and that would be like if we got that early goal. Imagine that 3 minutes in and we scored already. Like confidence would have been through the roof, but nope, just didn't take opportunities, and that cost us. And
the Champions League does to you. You've got to take your chances.
Exactly.
You don't get any second chances.
And we didn't. Trent had a good game again. It was just that it's not shown because of the fact that he didn't get any assists because no one scored. But I think
I kind of look at more like big chances created rather than assists, just because.
No, I don't mean, but I think he also created some good chances. Well, he definitely created some good chances. Like look at like he created Wijnaldum's one for goodness sake. But yeah, so the semi-finalists are Chelsea, PSG, Man City, Real Madrid, and the semi-finals are PSG, Man City, and Chelsea, Real Madrid. Who do you think is going to go through, Charlie?
Out of Chelsea and Real Madrid, that is probably the toughest one to choose from because I think Chelsea, if they go ahead, they can. I think whoever goes ahead will win the tie. Whoever goes ahead first will win the tie. That's what I think, because they can. I think Chelsea are more likely to hold out a win. Hold out a lead, better than Real Madrid because of just how Tuchel plays and the kind of like style he's put into the team, especially like he did today with the FA Cup. He's done so well, like creating them to play defensively, and holding out a lead. I
will say this as well. Chelsea are away first in the first leg, so they'll be playing the home fixture in the second leg as well. So,
but I do think I think Real Madrid are more likely to score first. So that's what I'm kind of like debating. The other game, City PSG, I think City will go through.
I think PSG.
I know people will probably change their mind to PSG because of the FA Cup, but I literally don't think Pep gives a shit about the FA Cup and the Carabao Cup. You see him during the game.
I don't think it was that. I just think that.
All he cares about.
I think this will be in terms of
and the Prem.
I think Man City have the better defense, but I think PSG have the better attack. And I just think.
Yeah, I think the pace. I think the pace might do him. Like even like you look at the FA Cup today, which we'll talk about a bit more later. Like they got done for pace, but then when you've got Neymar and Mbappe and that, like
exactly like Mbappe.
I do think Pep won't play as attacking because especially ever since the two sides in the Champions League semi-final, he won't take as many risks as he did today in the FA Cup and playing really high line. Like he'll probably like drop back. He'll probably play like Zinchenko instead of Mendy.
Well, we saw that with Bayern.
Walker.
We saw that with Bayern.
He'll definitely play Walker. If he doesn't play Walker, what will he doing? Like he has to play Walker for pace because he didn't play him today and he should have done.
I'm gonna go. I don't know. I think I'm gonna go PSG to beat them, and then the other tie. The other tie's quite
Do you
tough.
think? I think one English team will make the final. At least one English team
I
will
think
make the
okay.
final.
I do think Chelsea will go through just because of how well they've been under Tuchel.
Yeah.
I think
So
if
you
they get,
think a
I
PSG Chelsea, and I think I'm going to go City versus Real Madrid.
okay, you've got the opposite of me. Okay, fair enough. We'll have to see who's right, and then if it's a mixture of both, we're both wrong. That's just how it works. But yeah, the FA Cup, like we've mentioned, we had the first semi-final today, and yeah, the quadruple hopes are ended for Man City. No chance of them winning all 4 trophies. Chelsea beat them by 1-0. Do you think that was a surprise result, or do you think that? Because to be fair, going into this, I thought, you know what, Chelsea have a chance. Not just because of the fact that Man City lost over the weekend, but because I just felt like Chelsea defensively would be solid, solid, and then they just need one counter attack, and that's it.
It's not like Tuchel is playing like defensive football like Mourinho. It's more like an all-rounder style of play. It's like if they score, he tries to get the second goal, but then he notices at the right time in the game. Like he made the substitution today. He took off Ziyech after not after he scored, but Ziyech scored the winning goal against City today. And then he took him off and played 5 at the back after he played like a 3-5-2-1. Well, I can't remember whatever it is. 3-4-2-1 or something. I think he plays. And then he
played
that was today.
Yeah, he played a 3-4-2-1.
But then he went to 5 at the back. So he took off Ziyech and took off Werner, and he put Emerson on, and I think someone else, and I think Silva went off for Zuma or something. But like I think you can. He's very good at reading games in terms of he'll score a goal. He'll always want an early goal, and then he'll go for the second. And if he doesn't get that second by a certain time, he will go defensive, and they can hold out a win. That's he's quite evident. That's how he plays, and he does it very well. I mean, it didn't work against West Brom, but the red card didn't help.
You're telling me Kepa kept a clean sheet? What the hell? I didn't watch the game, so I don't know what it was like, but.
Oh mate, the first half you literally could have fallen asleep, but the second half was a bit better, it was a bit more open, and City Foden came on. Oh my god, Foden came on. He literally Kevin De Bruyne came off injured, and Foden came on, and he literally made the team so much better. Like he was running with the ball, Jim, and he created so many chances in terms of not exactly like directly, but not like football, but like to create, pass it down to gave it to Mendy out wide, or give it to Sterling. We had a crap game. He kept just running and losing the ball like Rashford usually does, taking players on 1v1 and losing it, or it pays off with a great goal. It's kind of like that really. But Sterling had a crap game. Gabriel Jesus played all right. Obviously Aguero I think is not in the squad, but anyway. I also like Tammy Abraham. He wasn't in the squad. Apparently he's be off the Leicester or something. They might want him.
Yeah, I think he did want to leave to get more game time, which is fair enough. He had a good first season last season, didn't he, under Lampard?
Yeah, I think it's him and Erling Haaland who got the joint with 105. I think it is most goals and assists, most goal involvements for under 23-year-olds or something.
Yeah, I did see somewhere he's up the top of that or something like that.
Yeah, I was like mad because I asked my mate, and he was like, okay. I was like, he literally never guessed it at all. Like he thought it was someone like, I don't know, whoever's young, Rashford or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
Sancho and all that lot. But no, it was Tammy Abraham, because he did have a good season, didn't he? Especially when Chelsea didn't have that transfer. There's a couple of transfer windows.
When he was like their best striker, wasn't he? So fair enough.
Yeah, he was top of the goal scoring for a while in the league, and then eventually got taken over. But he had a solid season. I thought that would, kind of like made Giroud Denberry, but obviously Giroud starting to be this sort of like this second striker now, bringing them on.
Giroud's a legend, mate. You can't.
Giroud. Did you see what Benzema said about Giroud?
Yeah, it was like he's was it like he's a Ford Fiesta and he's a Ferrari or something like that, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was like don't compare them.
It was like don't compare me to him because it was a car comparison. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, like Benzema's obviously better than him, but obviously he doesn't play for France. But should do, but he didn't. He's a bit like Ozil with Germany. But Giroud's a very good. Giroud is definitely one of the most underrated strikers of all time.
Oh yeah. I'm trying to find out what he said. I'm pretty sure he said you can't compare Formula One with karting, and I'm being nice. And he said, I am Formula One.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
I am legend.
But also, in terms of the Premier League, good and bad days for two teams. Good day for Norwich, bad day for Sheffield United, because Norwich have officially been promoted back to the Premier League after getting relegated last season, and Sheffield United...
And they'll be going down again next season, so...
and Sheffield United have been relegated as well after their really, really poor season, especially after what they did last season. Like last season, they were insane. They were like the underdogs of last season, and now they've just gone under, realistically. But I just thought I'd quickly put that in there as well.
Quickly, United and Arsenal gone for Arsenal had a very, very good game against Slavia Prague.
Oh yeah,
they needed to score.
I forgot about the Europa League. Yeah, and good.
That's Import Trophy.
And also get the racists out of the bloody game. Get in there.
Yeah. See what Lacazette did? He stood in front of the team.
He stood right in front of them and
kneeled, but
he took the knee and he took the knee and he
the whole team was like, "You're going down today," and he was on form that game as well.
Oh yeah.
So a couple of goals, nice little brace. Solid performance from Arsenal. AFTV were definitely buzzing.
But yeah, so the semi-finals are now. I think it's Man United Roma. Yeah, so it's Man United against Roma and then Arsenal against Real.
Their former manager in Unai Emery.
Yeah.
Villarreal.
Yes.
He hasn't lost a single game in Europe in 21 games, I think it was. Unai Emery, he's won like 21 or something, over 20 games in a row in either in Europe or knockout stages in Europe.
I was about to say, surely it's got to be knockouts because, really?
No, it can't be because of the PSG.
Well, it also can't be because of Arsenal, surely.
No, it was it said he's won 21 games in Europe. I think it said Europe. I don't think it said the league, or just in general. I'm pretty sure it said Europe. But he was some mad streak that he was on, and then they were like, Arsenal, you going out or something. But it'd be funny if Unai knocks out Arsenal. That would be funny.
Yeah.
I do fancy a United Arsenal final.
Yeah, I think
we could get an all English final like we did in 2019 with the Europa League and Champions League.
That would be good.
I don't want that though. I don't want English teams facing English teams. I want English teams to beat foreign teams in the final or vice versa. I want like a English team versus a foreign team. That's what the finals I want. I would love to see it's a shame United play Roma and Arsenal play Villarreal because it's just if one English team goes through, it's gonna be a crap final and no one cares about it.
Plot twist: Villarreal and Roma go through.
Yeah, an Arsenal Roma final would be decent, and a City Real Madrid final would be very nice. Or a Chelsea PSG, but either way,
as long as it's not
all
English, yeah, I know what you mean, yeah.
It's very good for English football. I mean, it shows the dominance and how levels above we are. But I mean, what's it, 15 years ago, and 20 years ago, it was just like the Italian Serie A was like back then the Premier League back then. They were the most toughest league back then. Your Ronaldinho's and your Maldinis and all them.
Yeah, the Inter and AC Milan teams, Jesus, ridiculous. But yeah, I think we've all done with football now. Let's move on to Falcon and the Winter Soldier, the penultimate episode.
Naughty episode.
It's weird because even though there's only one more episode, I still feel like there's a lot left.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
But
you never know. They might keep it a secret and they might bring out an episode 7 in the following week and I'll talk about it.
They're clearly not, are they?
No, they will not. If they did, but they're not.
The penultimate episode, I thought was very good. I
thought it was very good. It was like a little less action packed than previous episodes, but I think the storytelling and the drive of the episode and the character arcs, I think were very, very good.
Yeah,
and the scene especially with Bucky and Sam, they were brilliant.
Yeah.
Bucky came back to the ship, the boat, and he was like, "We're not," and then the sister was like, "We're not selling it," and then Bucky was like, before he came back and needed some help and stuff. I love how they keep like meeting up and then they keep like departing and going their several ways and then they meet up again and all that lot. But they have reasons to meet up, not just because they need to for the show. It actually makes sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, Joe, what was your thoughts on the episode?
I quite liked it. It started off strong, obviously with the fight.
Yeah.
Right at the start. Spoilers, by the way, but started off strong with the fight with John Walker against Falcon and Winter Soldier.
You don't want to do this.
And I thought it was. And it was like, yeah, we do.
We do.
And I thought it was great choreography. I thought it was a great fight scene. And the way they broke his arm as well, Jesus. But yeah, but I feel like after that, obviously things slowed down. Obviously there wasn't any real fight scenes and whatnot, which is understandable, because they need to get to the end very quickly if there's only one episode. But yeah, no, it started off really strong, and but yeah, no, I just enjoyed it. There wasn't as many like laughs and whatnot, I don't think. It was more enjoyable episode in terms of there wasn't much serious stuff going on, but no, yeah, it was good. I liked it. I liked the montages that they did of them repairing the ship and Sam training with the shield. What I didn't get as well is Sam, when he was talking to Bucky.
He was mint with the shield and then turned shit for a bit.
Yeah, and then he was training with the shield and all of a sudden he's missing everything. I'm like, wait, what happened? What
probably because he was like throwing it like against, and he was like trying to, I don't know, it was kind of like more maybe an easier throw or something, and it wasn't aimed at him, was he? He kept throwing it back at Bucky. I don't know. Obviously, maybe Bucky can catch a harder throw because he's got super serum, but Sam doesn't. But probably because Sam was just trying to do some weird shit. But yeah, it does show the power of vibranium, the fact that a human can just do it without any super serum. But and how light it is and all that. But yeah, I do think I love the fight scene at the start, and obviously 2v1, but obviously John Walker, Prime. All that lot, and can't. It's very hard to beat a man when he's enraged and see his best friend die. But yes, I do. I was talking before to someone else that I was saying that I think John Walker could be like sort of like the Punisher, where he becomes an anti-hero or something, where he basically he's kills people but only kills bad guys, like the Punisher. So he'll be a bit like Zemos. So he'll maybe. Did you see the credit scene?
Yes, there was finally a credit scene. Yes.
Yeah, so he was like trying to make some like rip-off version of Captain America's shield because he's determined he's going to be Captain America. It'll be something that's like crap shield made out of steel or something he's putting together. But obviously, it's going to be, you can't throw it like vibranium, so it's going to be after shit. But he's probably gone a bit insane, now, and he's going to probably go around trying to find these black whatever they're called, people. And probably go and try and kill them all now and all that. And I think he won't, like, obviously Sam and Bucky get in his way, which is probably going to happen. In the last episode, they'll probably get another like tussle up again or something will happen for sure. But this episode more specifically, I do think it's a very good episode. I love like the emotional scenes, especially with the Black Lives Matter scene with the old guy. When Sam was talking to him, do you remember about
let me
super serum and that?
Let me get.
He was telling me like a black guy will never be Captain America and all that.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
It's very obvious what they were trying to do with that scene. I think it was very well choreographed and very well put together.
Yeah, I thought that scene was good. There were people that wanted a flashback to it.
What of him?
Of him doing it. Which I can understand. I think it would have been a bit more entertaining if that was the case.
So was he some like
So
he explained like how he got it? Was he because I can't remember how he actually
I think it was that
he chosen or
I think it was that he
well, that was something he didn't know.
No. I think it was that he was experimented on with the super soldier serum, and
they're trying to make him into a Winter Soldier.
I don't know if that was the case, but I think they just wanted to experiment on him with his super soldier serum because there were different ones, and he got one of them. and I'm still trying to find the bloody. My God, I'm just gonna have to try and search it up, Jesus. But he got given one of the super soldier serums, and then I think a couple of the people that were also with him in the experiments, I don't know if they got kidnapped or they were left. And then
he said he got like tortured in prison for like 30 years.
It's because he went back and saved them. He basically did what Captain America did in the first Avenger, where he went back and saved Bucky and everyone. That's basically what he did, but he got punished for it instead.
Yeah.
Which is obviously out of order. I really can't find this person.
Don't worry about it.
It's annoying because we should actually know this. Oh wait, is that it? Eli Bradley?
Yeah.
It's definitely something Bradley. I'm pretty sure it's something Bradley. No, he's the son or the nephew, whatever it was. Oh, I think it's Elijah Bradley. That's I can't remember. Oh, but anyway, but yeah, that was nice to see. Anyway, that scene was really nicely done. I think, even without the flashbacks. Also, what's going on with Sharon Carter as well, because there was that brief moment.
Yeah.
Where she was on the phone. I think she was on the phone to. Oh, I can't remember his name now. But the guy that teamed up with the Flag Smashers at the end. I can't remember his name.
Oh yes, the guy who was in Winter Soldier.
Yes.
Mhm.
Oh, I can't remember his name.
And he was in the first episode back, wasn't he?
Yeah, but he's back now. Yeah, I think we knew this wasn't the last we were going to see of him, but yeah, he's back now. Again, I can't find his bloody name. Whatever. Oh, George Batroc, something like that. But yeah, he's back. But yeah, it was weird because she was on the phone to him, and she was basically saying like, yeah, just go for it, just team up, and it was like, that doesn't make any sense. Because like, why would she help them, but then all of a sudden help the dude that wants Falcon dead? Like, it doesn't really make any sense, unless she is the power broker. But we've already said how dumb that was.
Yes, Captain America, that don't work.
Exactly, and now she's going against Captain America, or whatever. That was a weird moment. It'll be interesting to see how that ends up. But what I'm most annoyed about is the fact that we didn't see what was in the bloody case.
Yeah, I was pissed at that. I was like, oh, come on, but I kind of knew that was going to happen.
I knew that was
like,
the point. I get it. I get the point. But at the same time...
Right. I'm going to say what I think is going to be in the case, and then you can have your crack. I think what's in the case is Bucky has got him a vibranium, like dark, like black, grey, probably mainly like dark colour. Like vibranium, like suit. Captain America suit. But not a Falcon suit, because he obviously said he's kind of like given up the wings. He may go back to them, but he's like, no, keep the wings on this shield. And I think he's going to be the new Captain America and prove that the guy wrong, saying that they black people can be accepted. And there's going to be a new Captain America, and it'll be Sam Wilson. And I think that'd be very, very sick. That's what I think's in the box, at least, anyway. What's in the box?
I think it's a red, white, and blue Falcon suit, vibranium.
Yeah.
Because I think I don't think he's given up on being Falcon. I think just because he said keep them.
You think he's going to just adapt to being like the new Cap as well?
Yeah, I think he's going to implement them both together. Yeah, because I think it just is a waste to then. I think it's a waste for this character then just to be like, you've built him out as the Falcon, and all of a sudden he's something different. Like I can understand it, but I just prefer it if he stayed.
I get both ways, which your way or my way. That's what I think's in the box. What I want I don't really mind either of the two. It'd be nice to see him like. It'd be cool to see him like have the wings, but also use the shield. That would be pretty cool.
Yeah, I want that. I want
Um,
that. But I think it wouldn't also make sense because Bucky wouldn't have known that he would want to just be Captain America and give up the Falcon type thing. So if it is just a Captain America suit without the wings, it just
spent
seems a
millions
bit.
on this suit.
It just seems a bit. It would just seem a bit weird. Um, but one more thing as well. Excuse me. One more thing as well about this episode. There was meant to be a cameo, a big cameo in this episode. I say there's meant there was a big cameo in this episode, and the cameo was, I do have the name somewhere, Contessa Valentina Allegra de Fonte.
Again.
Exactly. But she said Val for short, didn't she? So it's fine. But she came in when it was after the hearing of John Walker, and they took away his role as Captain America. She came in and was kind of like, she was
Was that
trying
the
to,
one who said like "call me" in that?
yeah, and she handed it
yeah.
over the card and there was nothing on it, but it was like yeah, she was like
Are you from a previous film? I can't remember.
no, she's not from a previous film. This is just a new character that we haven't
Comics
seen
movie
before.
or something.
I think it's a comic character, but it's basically a baddie. That's basically it. And
Yeah.
so it will most likely be the Thunderbolts.
The Hydra.
No, it's not. I don't think it's Hydra. I think it's the Thunderbolts, probably, or they're probably building up to the Thunderbolts rather, or the Dark Avengers or whatever. But another fun fact as well, she was actually, I think it was rumored that she was actually meant to be in the Black Widow movie. She may still be, I don't know, but I think her cameo was meant to come in the Black Widow movie, but obviously since that's been delayed so much, they just ended up doing it in the Winter Soldier. But like again, like I said,
But for a big cameo, it's kind of like not big cameo. So maybe it might be the last episode we get.
Well,
this
no,
big
because
cameo.
it hints towards the Thunderbolts or the Dark Avengers, which could be the next big thing. Which implies also that John Walker, this Captain America, will almost likely will be the new leader or become bad, etc. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see where that goes. And like I said, it'll be interesting to see if she does pop up in Black Widow like she was originally planned to. And also, I forgot to mention as well the Baron Zemo thing as well. He got Bucky tricks him into thinking he was going to shoot him, but he ended up just giving him to the Wakandans. Which I think
the
is
rest of his days. He ain't staying there for long.
no,
He's breaking out.
I say that, but they're going to the raft, aren't they? So that
He's gonna escape. He'll be in a future film or series, and he'll
how
just escape.
how can you escape the raft? It's in the middle of the bloody sea, mate. How can you escape?
But
that?
but it's Zemo, mate. He's too big of a character to just be
Bucky will break him out again. Bucky will break him out again, and then just be talking to Thunderbolt Ross. And he'll be like, theoretically, Ross, what if he broke out? And he's like, but
definitely appear again. That won't be the end. The last we see of him.
Yeah, agreed. It won't be the last we see of him. But yeah, the finale has built up quite a bit. Oh yeah, the post-credit scene as well. We haven't talked about that as well. We finally got a post-credit scene.
We did. I mentioned it.
Yeah, but we haven't talked about it in detail, have we? Because we literally just said.
He made a rip-off Shield, didn't he?
Yeah, but yeah, he's making a rip-off Shield. I've seen the memes as well of not memes, but like the posts on Twitter where it's like, he's gonna throw it at people and it's just gonna go on the floor and smash. It's just gonna break. Imagine that he just hits. Imagine him hitting that with the vibranium. If that stays intact, I swear to God, physics.
All levels have gone in terms of logic.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, we'll just have to wait and see how he does without the proper shield, and it'll just also be interesting to see how this all caps off, because it seems like there's a lot to cap off. This is not a pun, by the way, of Captain America, the cap thing. But yeah, it just seems like there's a lot to, there's a lot of loose ends to tie up, especially in an hour. Like, I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah, I don't know. It might be a bit longer than an hour, but I think an hour they could still get quite a fair bit done.
It'll probably be a bit longer than an hour. Yeah.
I think it'll be very action packed this last episode, though. I think we'll get a strong conclusion. What will happen to Sam and Bucky after, and where we'll see him next.
I've got 2 questions. Well, actually, I've got 3. The first one is that the kind of finale you want? Just action packed, fight.
I would like a solid 25-30 minutes of it just to be pure action, and then the rest to be like building up to it. Some have some certain scenes where it's just like some one-on-one time with like Sam and Bucky. That sounds mad, but Sam and Bucky, like some like emotional scenes, or some like I don't know, and then maybe Sam gets to talk to that the leader of the Black Hand, that girl, the ginger one, talks to her. Another scene, maybe a scene fighting that other guy, from Winter Soldier. We forgot his name, the martial arts guy, former UFC champ. Him. Probably get a fight with him. I think one out of Bucky and Sam will fight him, and the other one will probably fight John Walker or something. I don't know. We'll see how John Walker plays into it. I hope we get a very conclusive ending in terms of like to finish the Falcon Winter Soldier series, conclusive into that, but also get a conclusive ending in terms of like what will happen. Get a good idea of what will happen to John Walker next. Bucky and Sam, if they do actually end up going their separate ways, whether it'd be quite clear if we see him again. Or like where we could see him again, and how far down the line we can see him. I think as long as we get, I would just want to see lots of action, but lots of very well, which they've done so far, mastered some very solid scenes, like where that's different, going through the emotions, and also some very conclusive ending that will basically tell us where we hopefully see all the characters next.
My second question was, you kind of answered it a bit though, was how do you think it would end? But you've kind of already answered that. So
okay, I'll say this. I think how it'll end will be Sam will get heavily beat up, but will win because he's human, hasn't taken super serum.
Yeah, I go. Yeah.
I think he will fight. I think there'll be some like really good. I think there'll be a really good scene where he gets beaten up, but he always stands up and says like, "I can do this all day" or something like that. That'd be sick if he says that. Line.
I don't want that.
I think that'd be well good. I think that'd be so sick.
I don't want that.
In my opinion, I think that'd be.
You know what? If he says on your left, then
I was about to say that. I think in the end we could get a scene where like Bucky and Sam are just training, and he just goes on your left.
or no. I also like it's like he's about to like John Walker's about to beat up Bucky, and he's like on your left, and then punches him or something like that. But I feel like they've already done that in Endgame, where it was like Cap on your left, and when they open up the portals. I don't know if they'll do that again, but I would love that. To me would be better than I Could Do This All Day, because that's Captain America. That's Steve Rogers.
I only just think I'd like to see it just because of like he gave the shield to him, and I just think I don't think it doesn't takes away anything to do with like his Cap's line, of course. I just think in my opinion it'd be like cool, just kind of like giving the shield over to him and he says it. I don't know. I don't really mind too much if it doesn't happen, but yeah. Also, I think the ending would be Bucky maybe get another scene with the Wakandans. I don't know. I think they kind of like concluded that.
I don't know. Concluded,
yeah. And I think I don't know whether we'll get to see Zemo again or not. But also I think the guy will get fully defeated. The guy, the MMA guy. I think he'll get fully done, and that'll be him done for the rest of the Marvel. Yeah. And that's eventually him gone. And then I think in terms of the Black Hand and that, I think they'll eventually agree to stop. Sam and Bucky will have, or at least just Sam will have some sort of like conversation in terms of like he tried to do last time. Try and get through to him without violence.
Who?
Sam and Bucky get through to like the Blackhand, like whatever their bloody name. I keep forgetting their name.
The Flag Smashers.
Yeah. Why do I think I keep saying Blackhand? Like, why do I keep thinking of Blackhand?
Even though the hand that they paint is red as well, anyway, so it makes no sense what you're saying.
Yeah, I know that, but I'm just like, I think I don't know. I've heard Blackhand somewhere. I don't know where I've got it
Are you
from.
thinking of Black Adam?
I've got it from somewhere. No,
I think of Black Adam.
No. So, anyway, yeah. So the Flag Smashers, I think, yeah, Sam and Bucky will have a conversation with them, and then I think eventually after like the fights, they'll eventually stop, and I don't know, they'll probably make peace, agree some sort of deal or something. I think Sam and Bucky might screw over some sort of like governmency or something. I think Carter will come into it somehow. I don't know how. Maybe I will find out who the person is.
Power broker.
Yeah, I was saying, and I think she'll play a bit of a part in this. And then I think that we'll get a solid conclusion in terms of like, I think we'll get about 10 minutes towards the end, not including the credits, obviously. 10 minutes before the end, we'll get the actual fight and everything done, and then I think we'll get like a nice like outro sort of like scene where we get Bucky and Sam alone, maybe back at the boat or something, going. Maybe they take the boat out,
kiss.
Shut up. You would like that. I know it'd be such a Bucky thing to do, just like get off with Sam's sister, wouldn't it?
Of course he did that. Of course he did that.
Yeah. Actually, no. I think what will happen is, remember the Chinese guy Bucky was with. I think he needs to go and tell him.
Oh, you think
news.
he's gonna tell him?
Yeah.
Right,
I think what will happen is they'll finish the fight scene. They'll conclude that. They'll have a scene together where Bucky will go like, "Oh, thanks for the boat," and says, "I'll see you soon," and all this and that. And then I think the last scene. There'll be 2 last scenes. I think one of them, at least one will be credit scenes, but I think the 2 very last scenes will be him going back to the Chinese guy and telling him about his son and that, and him forgiving the father forgiving Bucky. And I think the other scene will be Sam will get, I don't know, like a Don Cheadle may come back as War Machine like he was in the first film.
I think it will end.
And get a little conversation with him or something, or training or something.
No, I think it'll be a bit of him training. Well, maybe not training if he's already done well with the shield, but I think it'll be him. It'll probably end with him like in the outfit going into action, but like I also think they will end the financial issues of his sister and
finally get his loan or something.
Yeah, finally get the loan because he's Captain America.
Freaking, Pepper Potts just lend some of that, Iron Man money over to him. Like, look after he's done for him, man. Just come on, how did he get paid, bruv? Like they're Avengers and they don't get paid shit. Like he's broke and he's an Avenger. What do you mean?
They could get at least like 3 McDonald's or something,
just get that lucky Monopoly sticker. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, exactly. Get Mayfair and that. But also, I'm going to put it out there as well. I don't know if the likelihood of this happening is very slim, but I
Wolverine appears. What?
No, Charlie. I don't know why. I just had this sneaking suspicion that John Walker may either break it using the shield or tear off Bucky's arm.
Who did you say, Will?
John Walker.
Will tear off his arm.
Yeah, or like break it somehow, like using the shield. Maybe he just chops it in half.
Well, that thing, beating up vibranium. Nah, if they do that doesn't work.
I don't know.
Cannot take off like a vibranium arm. Like only can be done with that Wakanda. You just went off.
The shield is made of no. Like, sorry. Yeah, let me explain. John Walker steals the actual
vibranium shield.
Yeah. That's what I meant. Yeah, I didn't explain that, but that's what I meant. Yeah.
Right. I was gonna say like that. Yeah. You must put a hell of a weight into that.
He takes it off Falcon and he chops his hand in half. I don't know if that. I like that. That's a very.
Maybe Sam's hand just goes and goes, we're matching now.
Yeah,
can I have a vibranium? That'd be sick.
Oh god. My last question. My last question. What do you think? Because there most likely will be. What are your theories on post-credit scenes? Or scenes.
I mean, I did kind of like say this.
Yeah, I was about to say you did say this a minute ago as well, which is really frustrating, Charlie. Can you just stop talking so much and just let me ask the questions because you're ruining it.
I mean, you can always just say, well, you kind of answered it already. My question was going to be this or something, but okay, I'll spend in more detail. So these, I think there might be. I think there'll be one right at the start and one right at the end. I think the one towards the like credit scenes, like the start of the credits and the end of the credits.
Well, they'll probably do it like they'll do it when it's the.
Actually, no. I think there'll be one credit scene, but I think the ending scene will be Bucky going back to the Asian man telling about his son, and I showing him his book and that of the people who needs to go and say sorry and do something about it. Because remember, Sam did say it's all good saying sorry, but you need to actually make them feel better, in person. Like he said that, didn't he?
Yeah.
I think he'll do that, and then I think the end credit scene, I don't know, it might be a cameo, it might be warm,
Do you think it'll be John Walker?
Don Cheadle coming back.
Do you think it'll be John Walker going to the cameo that we had this episode with Val?
Yeah, it could be that. It could be John Walker, going to see that woman and just be like, what I'm saying, like, I've called you up. Maybe it's one of them calls or something. His phone goes
maybe
or something.
Like that, yeah. Or because he said make sure to pick it up.
His phone goes, and then you get like the Thunderbolt symbol on the phone or something, and then cuts.
That's very bored. Or maybe it's just the conversation.
Fantastic Four.
Or maybe it's he joins what as bloody who's he going to join?
Becomes Human Torch or some shit.
Maybe it'll be like their conversation, and then it'll be like I want you to join our team, and he's like your team, and then it'll be like maybe it'll hint towards the Thunderbolts. I also think there may be a second one, which will probably lead into Loki, where it'll just be a bit about Loki, because it'll just tease about Loki, the series.
And they didn't do a WandaVision for Falcon and Winter Soldier, did they?
No, but that was because. But I think the reason for that is because Falcon and Winter Soldier was literally happening very soon. Like it was literally 2 weeks.
Wouldn't they have known that? So wouldn't they have like?
What do you mean?
Filmed it? They would have. Wouldn't they have known like? Because obviously they had to change the scheduling of when everything came out. Kevin Feige would be like, right, you want to make a little scene to, intro it. But I didn't think it would have made sense because it literally has nothing to do with it.
Yeah, I
don't think Loki has anything to do with this.
No, I get that, but I think it's just because Loki is still a month and a half away, whereas Falcon and Winter Soldier we literally had to wait.
It might do, but I don't see how it'll work. Like,
it doesn't. But it doesn't have to work. It doesn't have to work. It doesn't
but
have
I don't
to
think
make
they would
sense.
do that. Like you might as well just put Red Hulk at the end of it. Then
what?
But I mean, it just wouldn't make sense.
No. Because what do you mean? Because Red Hulk hasn't been hinted at all. But I just mean it in terms of just to give us something, just to.
Oh, but that's gonna happen. But I mean, like something like.
Well, we don't.
I know what you mean, because like it's the next series and it will tie in. It'll set up the next thing in Disney Plus.
It's just to give us something, just to keep us going, waiting for the series.
Yeah, but I don't think they'll do that just because it's literally them. I don't know. I don't know. They might, but I personally, I don't think they'll do it just because I just don't think it'll, work. Just it's all about Falcon Winter Soldier, and then they conclude it, and then they just it's a Loki scene. Like, I don't think that works.
Well, I don't think it doesn't need to work, because I swear, like there was a post-credit scene for Ant-Man, and it was mainly about Captain America. It was like a scene from Captain America: Civil War, and the only reason it.
Yeah, no, but they did that across all of the Marvel films. It's kind of like it's a series, isn't it?
Yeah, so why can't they do? But so is this. This is connected to the MCU.
Yeah, but I don't know. They don't
get your logic here,
the Marvel, because the first three like phases, it kind of all the end credit scenes tie into the next film. With this, obviously, with it being
ties
like
into the next series, then doesn't it?
Like,
I don't get your logic here, then.
What are you on about? No, I'm saying
if they did a post-credit scene for Loki, it will tie into the next TV series. So
but they didn't. I don't think they will do it, because I know they didn't do it with WandaVision. You're saying obviously, the timing all that 2 weeks later, but I don't think they'll do that at all. But now, because of the fact it's just the way they filmed it, the series, and it's just being it's different when it's a film, isn't it? Because you have your film, but you already know.
I'm not saying it will happen. 5
films coming out, and it'll make sense.
I'm not saying it
all
will
ties up
happen.
The Avengers Endgame.
I'm not saying it will happen, but I just
don't think it'll work.
All I'm going to say is your logic doesn't make sense to me. Because you're saying it won't work because it doesn't link to it, even though previously there was stuff. No, because there's been previously post-credit scenes where.
But I'm saying in terms of like what they're doing with Marvel now, like from the projects they're doing, I just can't I just can't see it happen, because like. From for a film in like the past 3, from like when they brought out 2008 to like from 2008 or to 2019, we got 11 years of we knew all the films that were coming out, and they can't. We like it was set as in like
We know what films.
it just like worked like when you had like a film leading on to another film and then you had like an end credit scene releasing to the next film, and it just worked in order because it was just done in like phases, and it was just one big storyline. Obviously, that the individual plots, and then you had the end plot with obviously Thanos and that. With this, I think it's just different, just because they're just, I don't know, they're going super like independent with these series and stuff, and they're like they're just purely doing it based on their own characters. Like with like One Division, it was just literally just with her, and then you had the occasional cameo, and then it was just, I just liked it how it was just like it was just her, and then you didn't get anyone spoiling it with some big cameo that everyone was talking about. Like obviously some would have worked, but if you had someone like, I don't know, out of the blue, had nothing to do with it, turn up, and like if you had like Bucky turn up, like I just don't think it would have fit.
No, yeah, I get that, but it's literally just giving us a little scene from Loki. It's not.
I'm not against it. I'm just saying I don't personally think it will happen.
Yeah, I'm not saying it will happen. I'm just saying like it. I just think it doesn't matter. I'm not saying.
Would you like it to happen?
It wouldn't bother me if it didn't happen. It just depends what the post-credit. I mean, it depends what the post-credit scene is. If it's dead, then I'll probably go. I might as well just had a teaser for Loki, you know. But it depends what it is. But
if it does happen, it's obviously going to be like the last credit scene.
Oh yeah. No, yeah. If they do, yeah,
it'll
be.
That's what it'll always be like.
Yeah. They'll do two post-credit scenes, and that will be the last one. The first.
Do you think? Well, we could get one of Zemo in Wakanda, maybe.
He's not going. You know, he's going to.
Or whenever he's going,
yeah. He's going to the raft.
Yeah, the raft. Where like in the scene to the raft. Maybe we could get.
Maybe something like that, and then he escapes. He's got.
You just see him go like no, like goes like no, and then he just, I don't know. They close the door and he has a key in his mouth or something. I don't know. Crap like that.
What?
It always happens in films. I'd
rather see the conversation between John Walker and Val, to be honest. But one more thing as well. Torres was back in this. Can you stop beatboxing? Torres was back in it. And
yeah. Yep.
Again, like I said in the first review of the first episode, I wasn't a big fan of Torres. I'm still standing by that. I don't like Torres. But also there's a few theories that he could become the new Falcon, because I think it's also in the comics as well. But it's also because he was like Sammy.
If I'm right about him just having a black Captain America suit, he could be giving up the wings and giving them to him. But if he's given a vibranium Falcon suit, then I can't see him.
No, but in the
well.
comics, he does become the new Falcon. And also,
yeah, that's partly the reason why I thought that it wouldn't be a Falcon suit.
It's also the fact that he was like, Sam, you forgot that your wins, and Sam was like, you keep them, or like, I don't want them, or something like that. So it may be like, and Torres seems to know a thing or two about technology, so he probably could fix them and use them himself. Maybe that will be a post-credit scene.
Torres gets the wings, he becomes Falcon, Sam Wilson becomes the new Captain America, and it's a big thing because he's the first black Captain America, which will show obviously the Black Past, and then you'll obviously get the White Wolf, which is Bucky Barnes. And a lot of people seem to forget that his actual like first name is James. Like that was like, I don't think.
Zemo keeps calling him James, doesn't he? It's weird.
He doesn't get called James at all, and then like in this series, just James.
It's always called Bucky and Winter Soldier, etc. It's never James. It's weird.
But you done that earlier.
But yeah, that's pretty much it for the Falcon Winter Soldier. I think that's pretty much all we've got time.
Do you think we could get another scene of Bucky pretending to be like we did in, I think it was episode 3 or 4?
Oh, well, when they went,
he pretends to be Winter Soldier again.
I
would love a flashback of him being Winter Soldier. I
think it'll be more likely a flashback rather than a.
I don't care if it's a flashback. I just love the scenes of him as Winter Soldier, because that film, like after watching this, I just love.
I just don't
so
know
much more.
I just don't know
Winter Soldier.
I just don't know if he will. I just don't know if it would fit with with the rest of the episode.
Well, I had no idea they were doing it, and then they brought it into the scenes, and it worked perfectly in previous episodes. It's just whether we don't have any idea what's going to happen.
No, but it worked because one, it was the first episode, and they weren't building up to anything really at the time, and the other one, I still think if you didn't, it wouldn't have made a difference to the story if you just took that away from it, but because it was added, it was much cooler. But I think again, it's just like I just don't know how they would fit that into the ending, if that makes sense. Unless he just goes full Winter Soldier, like Zemo comes back all of a sudden, he starts saying the words, and then all of a sudden he becomes Winter Soldier again, and he just beats up John Walker. December 16th. What was it? December 16th, 1991.
Yeah, or something like 1990 something.
Yeah,
1991.
I think it's like that one. But anyway, that I think is all we have got to.
Maybe we get another scene of Zemo dancing or something.
That'd be cool. Just make the last episode 1 hour of it. Just sure. Maybe that's a secret episode. Yeah. It's just a secret 1 hour episode.
Yeah, episode 7, Zemo dancing special.
Exactly. He's dancing over him in the raft. But yeah, that is, I believe, all we've got time for. Is there anything else, Charlie, you want to add?
Actually, no. I was going to talk about something quickly. Couple of things we can quickly touch on.
Okay.
What's your personal opinion on Nico Milano running for London Mayor?
Why not? Honestly, why not?
Did you see his recent episode?
I haven't seen his recent
video. Sorry,
I haven't seen it, but
watch it. It's fucking funny.
But honestly, it's a free country, isn't it? If you want to become mayor of London,
April 19th, London. Get your votes in.
Oh, that's Monday, isn't it? God, jeez. Jesus.
Yeah, if he won't become mayor, but if he does, oh my god, this country.
That just shows how massive the YouTube scene is and everything,
It literally just like, I'm not gonna spoil it. Just watch it. It's so funny. He tries to get an interview out of BBC because it's then like everyone standing outside BBC, like no one's ever walked out to give an interview like they do in America, and he gets it on. Oh my god, he literally interview him. Just like, oh, stop blocking the road, schmucks.
I did see he wanted to get an interview, and I did see he finally got an interview, so that is, yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, another get uploaded too. And the other thing I was going to talk about, Jake Paul Ben Askren tonight. We did touch on the fight before. What do you think is going to happen? Are you going to watch it? And I think it's like 3 in the morning.
Isn't it pay-per-view or pay-to-view?
Yeah, so you have a pay-per-view or find a stream, which everyone does these days somehow. But yeah, so are you going to watch it? If not, are you going to watch the highlights? And what do you think the outcome will be?
I'll probably watch the highlights rather than the actual thing.
Yeah.
But I hope for a Ben Askren win, really. That's just because I hate the bugger that is.
You hope for that, but what do you think is going to happen? Truthfully.
What's going to happen is Ben Askren's going to knock him out round 1. Let's go. No, but I
disagree with you, Joe. I think he's going to knock him out in the first second.
Oh, okay. Well, that's still the first round. So technically, we are the same page here.
No, but I mean, like more, specifically, as in like.
Oh, sorry.
Defined.
Then you're being
1 second. He just walks in because Ben Askren's been done before. He's the guy who got taken out by Masvidal. He's got the record for being knocked out the fastest in UFC, and maybe Jake's been taking the piss out of him all week for it all months really not his fight, but Ben gets the same joke his whole career ever since it happened.
Yeah.
And he's like tired of it, seeing it doesn't faze him at all. And maybe Jake when I still slap on the arse again or something.
I'm not gonna lie. Like if that's your thing, and like if that's been your thing for years, eventually you're just gonna be like whatever. Like it doesn't matter.
Yeah, he literally says in the press conference like he hears the same joke like 5 times a day.
That's the issue.
He runs an MMA class. Like he hears it all the time by people. He doesn't care.
That's what I don't understand. Like Jake just sticks to the same joke, and it's just like it wasn't funny the first time. Why are you still?
And Ben's asking a question like, "Do you like it when your brother I take it he just rubs your face in a carpet, on a weekly basis when he fights and loses to your bro, and he's just like doesn't answer his question. I hope Ben wins, but I do think Jake will win just because more experience in boxing, and obviously Ben's been known as the worst stand-up fighter in UFC history, so that doesn't really help. But he did look decent on the pads, but anyone could look good on pads. I do think Jake will knock him out in the second or third round.
You know what? I would rate Ben if he just gives up and just goes all UFC, forgets about the box and just goes UFC.
I would love it if he literally just goes off this and he just throws the gloves on the floor, puts on some UFC gloves or something in the corner, and then he doesn't see it happen. Bam. Just the bell goes ding ding, just Ronji just like does a spear on him and just takes him out. Brilliant. Spear 1, 2, 3, ding ding, it's out. And then Jake's like just starts tapping because he's like, oh no, I have to tap now. Throw in the towel. No, we don't do that anymore. We have to tap. I'm going to strangle him, put him in a headlock. And he's gone.
But yeah, we're hoping for Ben win, aren't we? Because Jake Paul's a twat. But yeah, anything else, Charlie? Or was that it?
I don't know. We got Line of Duty tomorrow, don't we?
I am looking forward to that. Who do you think she's related to? Who do you think she's related to?
I think she's related to. Is his name Ben or something? The guy who died in the previous season. The Scouse guy who's from Ireland.
Really? Okay.
I think she's related to him.
Okay. I think she's related to the woman that's in the main office. I can't remember her name, but it was the one that was talking about how she's going to merge all the AC3, AC9, and AC12 together. Do you know who I'm on about? The blonde one. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's her.
Oh, maybe.
I think it's her, and I think it's going to be like mother-daughter.
The only reason I think it's a good indication of why I think it's whatever his name is, Ben Joe, whatever, I can't remember his name, but you know I'm on about the him is because he had his throat slip, but I think it's him because Hastings goes when he gets in, he goes like Christ or something, and obviously when you say that, I think it means like
Mother of God.
You mean in person, and obviously
he says Mother of God. He says his classic line. He's like Mother of God.
Yeah. I think I don't know. I think that scene kind of maybe it has some more like personal relations to Hastings, and obviously Hastings found out that thingy was his his son, long lost son. So
wait, what?
Joe, the guy who died in the previous season, he realised that was his son, and that obviously if she's related to him, then obviously there's a connection there.
Wait, Hastings is not the father of the guy that was in the last episode.
No, last season.
Sorry, last season. Wait, what?
Last season, he had an affair with when in his early years of his marriage with a woman in Ireland, and that guy is the son of those two, and he found out that at the end of last season.
Really?
Yeah, but I don't think it was ever like I don't know, DNA test or anything.
It wasn't confirmed, but it was implied. Is that what you're saying?
I think I'm trying to remember because I haven't watched it.
Oh, who's the undercover cop? I can't remember. Let me find out.
I think he becomes because they're trying to say
that's
like
ridiculous
why.
If that's true.
It's like why is it? Because remember they kept saying like why is he after Hastings and all that? Because I don't think either of them knew. And I can't remember how they figured it out, but I think they very much implied that he was the son of Hastings, through an affair, because he said he didn't know who his father was, and obviously Hastings being Irish, he's from Ireland, and they made up some like connection or something, and then she is the sister or whatever of him, but they have the same mother, different father, or something like that. That I think that's how it's going to go down.
Let me see. Oh yeah, in the tense interview scene, it was revealed that Ted was close to Corbett's mother, Anne Marie, who was murdered, with the superintendent being questioned over her death. Jill convinced Corbett that Hastings was responsible for her mother's death and recruited him as an undercover officer in an organised crime group. Ted was definitely mentioned badly to. There may be. I don't think it's been confirmed, but maybe. That'd be mad if that's the case, though. That'd be absolutely ridiculous. That's news to me. Wow. Wow, that's really shocked me. Well, if that's true then, and if that happens, then bloody hell.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But yeah, we'll
Well,
find out tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll have to find out. But yeah, we'll find out tomorrow, won't we? God, jeez. It's the 5th episode tomorrow as well, isn't it? God, it's gone.
Yes.
It's gone quick.
So.
There is an extra episode, so there is actually 7 episodes in this series, not 6, which would be good.
Can
I also
think
point
that's
out
it, isn't it?
Yeah,
Okay,
can I just point out just quickly that Line of Duty episode, the scene where they're trying to transport him to the station, the guy from season 4.
Yes, I know you mean
him.
the what do you mean, the lawyer of the of Newton's character.
Yeah. And then
you threw thingy down the stairs.
Steve. That scene where it got attacked, that was a cool scene. I like that scene a lot.
I like it a lot.
I like it a lot, just because I just knew as soon as Steve brought out his gun, I was like, he's gonna shoot that bugger real good. And he did, and I loved it. And that is only the second time that Steve Arnott has shot somebody.
It's a hell of a shot, though.
Oh yeah, that's what I mean. Like, I was like, yes,
John Wick on the end of that.
Yes, mate. Can I just point out he's a great actor as well, because he's Scottish in real life.
But that's what I love. Yeah, like for having an accent like that, he is solid.
And that good of an English accent is brilliant. Anyway, we've rambled on a lot. I've said it was the end of episode like 15 minutes ago. Okay, so let's actually end it here. But thank you everybody so much for watching. If you did enjoy the video, or the episode rather, leave a like on the video, subscribe down below, and hit the notification bell so you know when the next episode goes live. Hopefully this time it will be Friday. It should be Saturday. Saturday. Hopefully next week it will be Saturday. It should be. But anyway, I've been Joe.
I have been Charlie.
Thank you everybody for watching again, and we will see you in the next episode. Take care everyone.
In a bit.